All right. How's it going, guys? Welcome into Rover Sports, another edition late tonight. It is now about 12:05 on the Eastern Coast. And excited to break this one down. It's Drew Lock. And Drew Lock, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL. I absolutely love Drew Lock's game. I think that Drew Lock is a sensational talent. I think he's a big-time player. And Drew Lock, to me, is the second best quarterback in the AFC West right now. And I think that Drew Lock and Courtland Sutton next year are just going to have massively big seasons. I know that Pat Shurmur's coming over from New York, and Pat Shurmur wasn't a very good coach. He wasn't really a good coordinator with the Vikings. He was very overrated with the Minnesota Vikings. That team was only good because of their defense and because of a lucky play and because of a soft schedule. So I'm not enthused with the coaching staff of Shurmur. And I thought Locke was making a lot of progress under Skangs last year. I think Scangarello went out to the Browns now. But the thing that I look at with Drew Lock is I see a talented kid. I just think that Drew Lock has a lot of moxie that I really like in a quarterback. He has a lot of confidence, and he's going to be a guy that gets the most out of his teammates. I think that the Denver Broncos should not bring in Cam Newton, and Drew Lock should play well off of the play-action game. So I look at what Drew Lock can do, different arm angle slots, every throw in the book, can hit the checkdowns at an impressive rate. His offensive line does need to help him out, but now with the addition of Melvin Gordon as a running back in the backfield, I think that this offensive line, even with the absence of McGovern, I think they're going to be a really solid offensive line group. The defense is going to help out Drew Lock tremendously. Jarrell Casey gets over there on the defense to help out Von Miller in the pass rush. You also bring in one of the best cornerbacks in the game in A.J. Boye. He's going to come over, and he's going to be paired up with, they have a couple of cornerbacks. I think Kareem Jackson is over there from Houston. Denver, you look at Courtland Sutton, Courtland Sutton's a top 10 receiver in the game, and he's just going to get better and better. The tight end play does need to get better. Actually, the tight end play of Noah Fant, who's probably a top 5 tight end in the game. He's going to be. So these are all projections. And Denver, with an improved defense, I see them winning. I think I see them winning the AFC West next year because I think that Kansas City is just going to get too complacent with a championship. Their defense is getting older. They're not going to be as geared up to play in the regular season. Even last year, Kansas City kind of slugged through the regular season. Drew Lock's now going into his second year. He has 3 starts under his belt, or 4. Went 3-1 in those games, including a tremendous win on the road against a playoff caliber team. He beat Detroit at home. He also was able to, I believe, beat Oakland. So Drew Lock is big time good. The game in Kansas City was perfect learning experience for Lock, and I think that there's a chance that Denver next year is competing deep into the playoffs. I'm not sure if they can beat the Colts in the AFC or Pittsburgh. We'll have to see how Drew Lock does next year, but I just think that the guy is going to be a phenomenal starting quarterback. I think he's going to win about 2 championships. He's going to be just as good as John Elway, and Drew Lock's going to be the next great one. It's not going to be Kyler Murray. Daniel Jones is going to win about 3 championships, but he's going to be like Troy Aikman. Drew Lock's a more talented quarterback than Daniel Jones. Drew Lock makes plays that Daniel Jones couldn't comprehend making, and Drew Lock is a massive talent. Drew Lock is more reckless than Daniel Jones, though. He's going to, throw a play. He kind of is like Brett Favre, He's going to give you a lot. He's also going to take away. So, Drew Lock, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, but with Shurmur, this offense, how dedicated this team is, Dalton Risner, potential superstar, got Josie Jewell on that linebacking core. this Denver team, with the emergence of Jarrell Casey in the middle of that defense with Von Miller, you then get the second year of the kid from Ohio State who really, really played well. Still have DeMarcus Walker on a prove-it deal. But the kid last year, good third-round pick, name's escaping me, played at Ohio State. He was a real bright spot down the stretch for Denver. So I think the Drew Lock, sky's the limit for him. Big talent, and the guy, his personality, he is a very impressive guy. He's not like Paxton. He's not like Osweiler. Drew Lock has game. He also has the personality and the responsibility to back it up. Very hard worker, and even the injury allowed him to demonstrate his hard work, because in the Hall of Fame game he looked lost in Seattle. That second week of the preseason, or third week, he looked kind of lost out there as well. So it really helped. You never want to see a guy get injured, but kind of like Josh Allen, Drew Lock going to get back on his feet in year 2. Just can't wait to see him get it started. So really thrilled for Drew Lock, excited, think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, and think the guy's going to win multiple Super Bowls. And just going to say it right now, he's a big-time quarterback. He's a top 5 guy, top 10 guy coming up, and I would take him over Deshaun Watson, over the greats. Guy is going to be phenomenal.